organized and on point.
Yeah.
A lot of good ideas that were knocked around, so that's good.
Good deal.
So what you got going on this weekend, man? Anything fun?
This weekend, what do I have? Well, my wife's getting her second COVID shot tomorrow. We're probably gonna have some dinner with some friends, and that's about it. Here we go. Here comes some guys.
How's it going, man? So what kind of shot did you get, dude? Funky cold Moderna, Pfizer?
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Moderna.
Sweet.
Yeah. So
That's cool. So y'all, yeah, get everyone locked into their lunch and just let me know when you want me to begin.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Sorry. Definitely.
That's all right. I absolutely hate computers too. There we go. I wish the world was more carbureted.
Don't we have one more coming? I said 3 and 3.
Possibly, yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Good. While we're waiting, I'll give you guys a couple warranty brochures to have it. Mitch will probably be discussing that a little bit, so that way you have a life.
I will be. Yeah, we'll start off with that, I think. Whenever you guys are ready, let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I work at Cover Ford. I was taking a shot. I told you that.
Oh, were you? I covered for? Okay. Cool.
One thing that bugs me how about this place is we do a brake flush, and it doesn't itemize say on it that we flush .4.
Oh, really?
It needs to be put on the repair order. .4.
Can you hear us okay? Can you hear everything, Mitch?
I can. So on
Okay.
the RO, it doesn't, when you do a service, it doesn't say brake fluid exchange or whatever. What's it say?
It does, but when they bill it out, it comes up as DOT3, not DOT4.
Oh, hell, yes. We don't need that.
That's a big difference.
Yeah, that's not the same thing. So yes, sir.
Exactly, and it kind of circumvents the idea of upselling to a better product for a longer sustainability and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, .3 and .4 are not the same. So
Exactly.
no, we certainly need to rectify that. What other concerns do you guys have before we, get going? Anything that you would like to discuss? Or, I mean, I just have you guys briefly for 35 minutes. Is there anything that's been bugging you that you need covered?
That's the first thing that comes to mind. That just absolutely drives me up the wall.
Yeah, that's no good. So
But
I'm gonna write down .3 opcode issue.
Yeah, it needs to show that it's the mock product with .4.
Yeah, we actually have a new product, .4 Plus. It's for some newer systems. Ford is doing a recall and getting .4 Plus now. So yeah, and when we sell that, it needs to say .4 Plus. I mean, we just need to be accurate. There's no question about that.
Well, it's a legal document. It needs to be truthful.
Very true. It is a legal document and it needs to be truthful. I agree totally.
That's just
No, we'll turn it in. I'm assuming that's still, are all of those opcodes still controlled at like your central office for Group 1? Don't they do it and it kind of like goes national?
Imagine they might, but we can more than likely change them to the appropriate ones here. I mean, I would think so. I don't think it's that big of an issue changing a number 3 to a 4.
I wouldn't think so either. I just didn't know access wise who gets access to what now. I know
it's either going to be it's probably going to be the parts manager.
I would think so too. And again, my name is Mitch. I'm the corporate trainer for Mock Central. I see a couple of heads and a couple of faces, but I can't see you too much. Introduce who do I have with me and what do you guys want to talk about?
I'm Sean. That's Chris.
Sean and Chris. Sean, Chris, what's other than opcode issues, anything you want to discuss? No?
Nothing immediately comes to mind.
Sweet. So let's get started. So we can get to my favorite part, which is finishing. especially on a Friday. So let's see if we can get you guys the heck out of here. So a quick show of jazz hands from Sean and Chris. Have you guys, give me some jazz hands if you've shared my mock warranty with 5 of your customers in the last month? All right, so no jazz hands.
I'm not seeing any jazz hands in here, Mitch.
No jazz hands. Okay,
I'm hearing crickets.
Let me preach to you guys a little bit. I share with folks, I have 2 methods of training during these courses. One is when I share my screen with you with a document. That's what I call my teach mode. And when I'm talking to you face to face, that's what I call my preach mode. So let me preach to you on the importance of giving someone a mock brochure, a mock warranty brochure when they purchase one of my services, like Mike just shared with you guys. Here's what I don't want to happen. I don't want somebody to do a brake fluid exchange on their Nissan at Round Rock Nissan and drive to Duncan, Oklahoma for some silly soccer tournament because they think their kid's going to go to UT on a scholarship. So everybody drives 3 hours to play soccer. I don't want that to happen. And those folks break down in Wichita Falls, limp into one of those dealerships and pay $500 for a brake caliper to, because it's seized up because we didn't share with them that we had a warranty. So the first thing that I want to just compel you guys to do is when someone buys one of my services that qualifies for the warranty, please give them a brochure. Don't let them leave without giving them evidence of the warranty. So if you're holding the brochure, open it up to the first panel, just like one fold. On the right-hand side is all of the services. So what I'd like for you to do is when you sell one of my services that qualify, and almost everything y'all sell qualifies for the warranty, I'll pull up the message that Mike sent me last night with your product list. But yes, your brake fluid, coolant, and power steering and fuel products and engine products all come with our warranty. So when they buy one of those, what I'd like for you to do is take out one of these brochures and circle the service that they purchased, and then write when the warranty expires. And I'm going to go over the expiration date so you're a little more familiar with it, and then hand it to them and say, Mrs. Customer, thank you so much for doing maintenance work here at Round Rock Nissan. Why don't you throw this in your glove compartment? You might have some coverage if you ever have issues with your cooling system. That's it. I don't want you to go into detail of what is and what isn't covered. I don't want you to scare her about what might be and what might not be covered under extended warranty, but I dang sure don't want you to let her leave without letting her know that she has this coverage that comes complimentary with the service. We're allowing too many people to drive around Texas and not know about this coverage. And for me, I don't think we're doing a service to the customer by keeping that a secret. So the first thing that I want to urge you to do is share the message. So are there any concerns that you have about sharing the message? Anything?
The warranty goes, you guys, some of my previous employers and product specialists, you had to start servicing the vehicle at like 20,000 miles to keep the warranty.
Yeah. Okay. So let me go into the nuts and bolts. And again, this is being recorded. I'll send Mike a link to this. So, I mean, y'all are eating. You don't have to take notes or whatever, but I do want to cover it with you. So let me go through the ins and outs throughout this. If you got a question, just cut me off, say shut up, and we'll go through your questions. Okay. First, there are 2 catches to the warranty. First catch, the vehicle has to be 10 years old or newer. And the way that I count the years is I count my current year, 2022. What are we? Yeah, 20. What year is it? 21? Yeah, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. So if it's a 2012 or newer, it qualifies. Now I know there are some in-service dates and there I don't count that. I just go by the model year, and 2012s and newer qualify. The second catch, the vehicle has to have fewer than 100,000 miles to get on to the coverage. Now, The reason that those words are important to get on to the coverage is once you're on the coverage, you can stay on the coverage forever. 300, 400, 500,000 miles. It's just that first service has to be done prior to 100,000 miles. So the example that I give folks all across the country is this. Customer comes in and they have 72,000 miles on their vehicle, and you ain't got no history on them, none. They bought it pre-owned. They bought it from, some individual in Houston for their daughter, and they drive up in an Altima. You ain't got no history on it. It's got 72,000 miles. If they were to buy a coolant service from you, their warranty would go from 72 to 102,000 miles. When they do another exchange at 102, they can extend that to 132, 162, 192. And that process can go on forever. It's just the first service has to be done before 100K. The only other light catch, and I don't know how much this deals with you, but the vehicle does have to be 12,500 pounds or less. Okay. Next, every fluid exchange that you guys do from me carries the same amount of coverage. The coverage is 30,000 miles. Now, there is one little hiccup with the mileage. We do have a waiting period on the initial service. So let me go back to my scenario of 72,000 miles. The waiting period is 60 days and 750 miles. So your warranty wouldn't kick in until 72,750 miles. However, that is only the case for the first service. So at 102, when you do another service, there's absolutely no waiting period for it to begin. You get it? So it's only on that first service. Any questions so far?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. There are 2 tiers of coverage. Let me go over the most common tier first. Any service that's performed on a vehicle prior to 100,000 miles gets a $2,000 warranty. That warranty doubles to $4,000 if the vehicle has fewer than 50,000 miles. So it should become a little incentive, or it should be a little incentive for the customers to do the services maybe a little sooner than later. So let me take it off of teach. Let me go to preach. Let me talk to you guys. Let me pull up your sheet again. So let me just ask, when do you guys offer your first coolant exchange?
Around 40.
40. So that if they do it at 40, they would qualify for $4,000. If they were to do it every subsequent 30,000 miles, they would get to keep that $4,000. How about break? Are y'all still at like 15, 20,000 miles on that one?
20.
Yeah. So if they were to do a brake fluid exchange every 20K, they would start on that $4,000 tier and they could continue. How about power steering? When are you guys doing the first one of those?
A lot of it's electronic, but 30 to 40.
Yeah.
Okay. So we do have, there are some vehicles that you can do an exchange on electronic power steering. I don't think Nissans are amongst those. So our warranty is really for the older hydraulic ones. Again, we're probably talking tier 2 of coverage, the $2,000 of coverage. How about our engine oil additive? Are you guys offering that?
No, they will be. That's
okay, cool. That's new. I'll go over that warranty here in a little bit. And then finally, when are you doing your first fuel system service, your first decarb service?
Sorry, 15.
15, cool. Well, if you started then, the customer would stay on that $4,000 tier. All right, let me go back to more of the warranty details. So I'll share my screen with you. Next, all mock claims can be handled locally. You and your customers don't have to call India. You don't have to call Indiana. You're looking at one of the guys that can help you process your claim, and Mike, and you're listening to one of the dudes who actually processes claims. I am one of 3 people on a committee that okays our warranty claims. So everything is local. Reason I bring that up, man, I'm sure you've been promised the moon with some extended warranty companies, and a lot of times they make you jump through your ass to get any coverage. I'm not going to do that. Let me share with you what we need to do to make a claim. So you guys have been selling my services. So let's just say that somebody bought a brake fluid exchange from you guys in January. And today they come in and they say, man, I hear some kind of squeaking and squalling out of my tire. I don't know what it is. Certified technician does a diagnosis and they say, yep, they got a brake caliper that's seized on the passenger front tire. And you say, okay, you start doing your estimate, you get it ready, you look in history and you say, well, hold on, man. They did one of those brake fluid exchanges back in January. Let me see if this warranty is worth its salt. Print out the RO where it says either mock brake flush or sadly, .3 mock brake fluid, even though it's .4, print that out and take a picture of it with your phone. Text it to Mike along with a little estimate. Hey, Mike, here's the RO where we did a brake fluid exchange. Now, 5 months later, 18,000 miles later, dude's got a brake caliper that's seized up that we need to replace. Looks like it's going to be $700. Give us about an hour, okay? We got some hoops to jump through. We got a lady in Louisiana who keeps me and another guy named Rick in line. Anyway, within an hour, we're going to get with Mike. He's either going to call you, text you, or email you authorization. Yep, fix it. Fix it just as if the customer were going to pay. I'm not asking you to discount your labor rate, your flag time, your parts part. I ain't asking you to discount anything. Fix it just as the customer are going to pay. Get the customer back in. Make them sign the RO that says the work was done. Take a picture of that RO, text it to Mike, and say, you owe me $900.58. Customer's free to leave. We cut a check back to the dealership. We don't ask for fluid samples. We don't send out engineers. The only evidence we need is a copy of those 2 ROs with that estimate and your word that it wasn't broken when it got here. Now, the reason that I bring that up, could you screw me? Yeah, you could. I don't want you to. I want to be a man of my word. I want you to be a man of your word. But yeah, could you doctor an RO? Could you do a coolant service on a vehicle that had a little radiator leak and tell them, come back and see me in 61 days and we'll replace a radiator for free? Could you do that? Yeah. I mean, should you do that? No. I mean, I'm trying to be straight up and legit with you guys. If you do it for me, I'm going to do it for you. I want to be partners in this. Any questions so far?
Statement.
What you got? What you got?
Hold on.
When I was a technician at Covered Ford, 100%, what he's saying is actual, factual, true to be told. Because I've used you guys before as a technician. It had to do, one of them was a power steering system. The other one was, had to do with brakes, and it was a caliper. So yeah, it's literally that easy. I just turn the information over to my service advisor. He makes the phone call. And what's his name? Short guy. Aaron. Yeah.
Yep.
The short guy.
Yeah.
Yep. The guy who's so rich he doesn't even come by anymore. Maybe Aaron can fly his helicopter into y'all's dealership and come in and make a visit from you guys from Gerald, Texas. But yes, the warranty is very easy to use. I promise. So let me go back to my teach screen. Next. Is it only good at your store? No. Now, let me take it off of teach, go to preach. I am not condoning sharing with your customers, hey man, if you get service work done here and you break down in Austin, you can just get your vehicle fixed there. You can get it fixed anywhere. That's not why I share with you that our warranty is global. The reason that I share with you that it's global, that it's anywhere in the world, is that once you get to know a customer, they could be a business traveler where they travel across the state of Texas or the country driving their Titan. It could be a soccer mom who, bless her heart, takes her kids to Dallas to play soccer, even though there are kids in Austin who play all the time. It could be a person in the military who's going to be restationed. The reason that I share with you that our warranty is global is I urge you to share with your customers that by doing service work at Round Rock Nissan, that you get a warranty that's good anywhere in the world. The only catch is we won't pay some individual to fix their own vehicle. So if you got a vehicle, even if you're a mechanic, You can't say, hey, my water pump crapped out. I fixed it. You owe me $800. Now, a couple other cool things about our warranty. It just makes it a little, I don't know, to me, it just makes it a little easier and better to discuss with your customer. Something we don't like doing, but we will. I often say we don't always get what we want. Say a customer breaks down on a Sunday, okay? And they break down in Amarillo and they find the only cat in Amarillo that can replace their radiator for them. And they stroke a check for $1,400 because the guy gouged them. They call you on Monday and they say, Sean, man, I was in Amarillo. I broke down. I'm sorry. I had to fix my vehicle there. Didn't you say I had some kind of warranty? And you look it up and you say, yeah, we'll do everything with the customer the exact same way. We'll get a printout of the RO where it says my work was done. We'll get a signed copy of where they got their vehicle fixed in Amarillo, and I'll cut them a check. I don't know what else you can want out of a warranty. If there is something, please let me know. I think it's the number one reason to do business with Mock Central. Now, the number two reason is Mike. Mike's number one in the number two business or something like that. But anyway, I think the second best reason to do business is with Mike, but I do think that the number one reason to do business with Mock Central is this warranty. So I do take it personally. I've written portions of this coverage myself, so I do take it very seriously. Next, what does it cover? It covers essentially all mechanically lubricated parts. And another way that I've said this in the past is it covers anything that particular fluid touches. What it does not cover is leaky lines and hoses. Now watch, I'm gonna take it off a teach, I'm gonna go to preach. If a water pump goes out and some belt flies off and hits a radiator hose and busts the hose, if you write it up, $750 for radiator replacement, $150 for hose, labor is this for a total of that. I'm not going to cover the hose. I do not cover hoses. I do not cover leaky lines. However, I'm gonna get a little closer to the camera. Okay. Just write it up for $150 more on the radiator. Come on. I don't cover hoses, but I don't check your math on what the radiator costs. Bump it up a little bit, dog. Do me a solid. Don't give me things I can do. I can work with the price. I can't work with the hose. So we don't cover hoses. We don't cover radiators. Be creative. Any questions there? Okay. Sometimes that gets a little weird. Next. That's our fluid exchange warranty, 30,000 miles. Now, our fuel warranty. Our fuel warranty lasts 15,000 miles, and it covers fuel pumps and fuel injectors. Now, I asked you guys earlier about your strategy on when you offer your first fuel system service, and you said every 15. If you offer a fuel, what was that?
15, yes.
Yes. Okay. If you offer your fuel system service every 15,000 miles, that's perfect. The customer, if they do it every 15K, will perpetually be on our warranty. So that's cool. Just make sure when you do one that you use that kit 1741. That's your kit that you use in your decarb service, because inside that kit is my tank additive, and that's the part that's attached to the warranty. If you just use a can of optimizer, the customer doesn't get a warranty. So you have to make sure that you offer that kit with the service. Is there any?
No, not fuel.
No. We'll get to that one in a minute. But on fuel, your kit is called 1741. That's the number of it. And it's got a bottle of cleaner that goes into the engine and a bottle of cleaner that goes into the gas tank.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So that's the one that has the warranty. Okay.
Then you have the optimizer.
Yep.
That goes
Yep.
for the induction.
Yeah.
system.
Sweet. It sounds like y'all know what you're doing there. Okay. Next. And that covers fuel pump, fuel injectors. Next, MOA. That's the old BG motor oil additive. Mine should be called MOC, but we've rebranded it. MOC stands for motor oil conditioner, but our oil additive that you guys use is called premium engine treatment. The part number is 1211. But more importantly, that part comes with a 10,000 mile warranty. I like to offer this every oil change because sometimes people push their oil changes beyond 5,000 miles and they could have a lapse in coverage. So I like to offer this every oil change. That warranty covers any internal lubricated part. So essentially anything oil touches except gaskets is covered. Now, all of these services can be renewed by doing the service again. So it should become a retention tool. And if you guys embrace this oil additive and you start pitching it at every oil change interval, the customer is going to get very accustomed to hearing the warranty speech. And that's going to become a pretty powerful selling tool. Now, how I like to use it selling. Okay. So first thing I want to make sure, just questions about the warranty in general. Do you see the value in it, Chris? What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely see the value in the warranty.
Yeah.
It offers a lot. It makes sense. I mean, you gotta have the grace period for people to not spray you. Customers will, but yeah.
Yeah. So the way that I look at it is, look, we have some affluent people that live in Austin and Round Rock. That's true. But not everybody's made of money. I think people would like to know that by investing a couple of $100s into their vehicle at Round Rock Nissan, that they can get a $4,000 warranty. I think they'd like to know that. The way that I like to bring it up during a sales pitch is I like to use it as a way to overcome objections. I don't want you to come off like a warranty salesperson, like, someone in finance. You don't have a job in finance, you got a job in service. So the way that I like to use it is I'm doing my pitch. I share with somebody that a brake fluid exchange is due. It's going to be $169. We can have it done by 2 o'clock. All I need is your authorization. When they say no, that's when I like to come back with the warranty. So if they say, man, I just, I don't have in my budget today, I don't have $170. I like to say, look, money is always a concern, but I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't share with you this. By taking advantage of this service today, you qualify for a 30,000 mile warranty, up to $4,000 of coverage for essentially anything brake fluid touches. And I like to give them a for instance. For instance, right now at 47,000 miles, your brake calipers no longer under warranty. If that just one of those 4 were to go out, it would cost you $700 to replace. If I give them the pitch and they say, man, that sounds like a really good idea, but just I don't have time to do that today. I come back with the same thing. Time is of the essence. Let me share with you why. By taking advantage of this today, you qualify for a 30,000 mile warranty up to $4,000 of coverage for essentially anything that coolant touches. Let me give you a for instance. Right now, your radiator is no longer covered under warranty. If it were to spring a leak, instead of you paying $1,000, you pay nothing. That's how I like to come back with the warranty. Now watch. A lot of people say, well, can I just do it next time? Hey, man. Next time this warranty might not be here for you. And you can say that truthfully because of this. You have no idea when Group 1 will come in and say, we ain't selling Mach no more. We're only going to sell Nissan fluid. And if you did do that, you would never get a warranty. I share this with people all across the country. Look, man, I'm not saying my brake fluid is better than Nissan's or better than Mopar or better than Ford. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is if you use mine, you get a warranty and I'm going to stand behind it. If you use yours, you don't get anything.
12-12, that's all you get.
Another one, okay? Well, 12-12, but like that doesn't cover the brake caliper, right? Yeah, see? So what?
It literally covers the repair. So it's like, okay, we owe you bottle brake fluid.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's no fun. So watch this. Another thing that as you get accustomed to speaking to people about this warranty coverage that I urge you to do not tell people that this is a Mach warranty. Your customers don't know Mach for anything, and I want to keep it that way. Those are your customers. They're not mine. They came here for your relationship, not a relationship with me. I never want Mach to be the reason that somebody comes to Round Rock Nissan. So I like to just call us when you use our services, they're yours. I want this to be a Sean warranty. I want this to be a Chris warranty. I dang sure don't want this to be a Mitch warranty. On that note, we have the capability on our mock warranty brochure that Mike gave you. We can take our logo off of it and put your logo on it. I encourage you to do that. We do that all across Central Texas. The Gun Group, Alamo, a lot of our stores in San Antonio do it. We've taken our logo off and put their logo on. Now, the rest of the stuff is mock. I mean, they're not blind. They can read it. But seriously, I do not want to be the hero behind this warranty. I only want to be the checkbook. Okay. So I think I might have an example of that. Yeah, right here. So here's our brochure. You can see it. And then what we did in Arkansas, we changed the color scheme and we put Bell Chevrolet on it. Still says the same words, but Bell Chevrolet just decided that they thought it was a good idea to do that. So I encourage you guys to do that as well. So I like to use it as a way to overcome objections. I urge you, when you do get it, to circle the service, add 30,000 miles. That's when the warranty will expire. Hand it to the customer. If they're buying an oil additive, do a 10,000 mile jot of notation. If they buy a fuel service, do a 15,000 miles. That's the warranty. That's what it's about. I think you guys should embrace it. I'm not sure if you've had a warranty claim at Round Rock Nissan. I don't remember processing one for you in the past 4 or 5 months. Do y'all know if y'all used it before?
Yes, I would use the warranty plan for us, are you?
Not
Here.
YouTube, but
Yeah.
well, we have had a claim here at Round Rock Nissan. We had one a while back, but I don't think.
Yeah. So look, reason I bring it up, I urge you to start looking for claims. Okay. One, if you find a legit claim, it's going to make you a hero to your customer. But more importantly to me, what it's going to do is it's going to make you know that I'm not full of shit, that I'm true to my word. And when you know that I'm telling you the truth, you're going to be much more compelled to speak about that warranty with some conviction with your customer. And when you do, you're going to sell more of my product. And we're going to all make Aaron rich, which is why we all came to work today, which was to make Aaron rich. So, Chris, questions, comments, concerns?
Tell us more about the MOC, the oil ladder.
Yeah, so MOC stands for motor oil conditioner. It was the first product that was created by our parent company in 1954. The second was a coolant additive. The guy was a Baja racer. So he used to race in the deserts in California. So those are our first two products. What our motor oil conditioner is, it's a friction modifier. And a popular one that's similar is like Slick 50. Slick 50 has a lot of good oil products. So this is kind of like our Slick 50. What friction modifier does is anything that oil lubricates, it just super lubricates it. And the way that I share with folks is you might have a brand new grill with a non-stick coating on your grates. But when you cook fish, if you don't cook it just right and you go to flip it, your fish sticks. So what do? You spray a little Pam, you spray a little grill oil on there, and it makes it easy to flip your fish and flip your chicken. So that's very similar to what the oil is doing. Oil lubricates your engine, so it tries to reduce friction because it can't eliminate friction. Well, when you use our motor oil additive, you see much, much, much less friction. A cool thing that we've seen in California at our research and development facility is they actually ran an engine 1 million miles on our oil additive. So it's pretty cool. It will certainly make your engine last a lot longer. So it is a 10-ounce bottle. It goes into a new oil change, and it does not cause overfilling. So it gets into cracks and crevices in the engine. Very good stuff. Does that answer your question? Okay. Oh, and that's normally something that doesn't have labor attached to it. You can always throw a tenth on it or whatever to keep your technician happy. But like, it simply is just like taking off a piece of plastic and pouring it in. So like, it's not really a labor thing. But again, I don't want to get in y'all's business, but like, it's not really a labor thing. It just goes into the new oil. What else? Any questions, concerns? Hey, let me look on y'all's list because I don't think I saw it. Yeah. Why ain't y'all selling AC products?
We'll get there. It's on the new menu coming.
Bridget Brush kind of AC product.
Okay, I wanna drop a little seed.
They've got evaporator core in here, but it doesn't move very often. But they do have 10521. But we haven't approached Arctic Blast yet. But we'll get there.
Okay, I want to share with you guys something that's new that I created last month. It's really taken off in Arkansas. I try things in my smaller markets before I bring them to the big city, so I don't get hung. But anyway, I started a new warranty last month with my Arkansas crew on compressors. Not sure if y'all have compressor issues at all, but the customer can get a warranty on their compressor by doing our new AC kit. That new AC kit is evaporator core service, a little can that's like this tall. It goes through the drain tube and you hit a little button and it cleans out the evaporator core and then it drains out the drain bucket. You put a bucket underneath so you don't mess up your stuff. Anyway, you do that. And then you inject into the low pressure side a compound. It's not much. It's about this big. It's in a syringe. You inject that into the low pressure side of the AC unit. It's called Arctic Blast. It's inside the used car kits that Group 1 buys. Anyway, when you use those as a kit, the customer gets a 30,000 mile warranty on their compressor. And then 30,000 miles later, they can continue that warranty by just doing the AC evap service. So it maximizes the capability of the air blowing out. It's going to make it drop. In Arkansas, the lowest we've seen, and a guy's been really anal about doing the digital thermometer read, like on your barbecue pit. So he's been doing the temp, and the lowest he's seen is 4 degrees. The most he's seen is 8. Now he works at a Ford store, so they might be a little funky, but I'm seeing really good results. Customers are happy because it's hotter than Hades there. Shit, it's hot in Austin and Round Rock. So I think we made a brochure called Beat the Heat, and it just talks about the service, and you can put the price, whatever you want to charge them. The service takes about 9 or 10 minutes to complete. You can charge them whatever you want. I think in Arkansas, they're doing 6/10. So I think it ends up being like $149 service. They like to offer this as a standalone. They offer it when someone's doing a cabin or micro filter change. So those are something that might work for your area, something might make some money. What do y'all think about that?
I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's something we should be pushing hard right now before we get into the super hot months.
Yeah. So there you go. Just I like I said, I haven't. This would be the first place or two. Maybe I told Aaron about it, but like not many people know in my company about it. I've just done a few pilot groups, but yeah, y'all ought to do that. I mean, again, it's real easy work for the technicians because all they're doing is really fishing a little plastic tube through a hole, and then the syringe, you kind of got to have man hands. Like I got little baby hands, so it's kind of hard for me to squeeze it in, but if you got man hands, you can squeeze it in. So it takes about 30 seconds to activate, and then you're good to go. So long as the AC system stays, without fault, without leaking, then you're good to go. Any other questions, comments, concerns y'all got before we bounce? No.
If we're going to be getting these products, especially this new AC system, are we going to have someone come out and train? Absolutely. Yeah.
Definitely, man.
As a technician, it's like, do we inject this when it's off? It's on.
Trust me, it's so easy.
Yeah. Heck yeah, dude. So yeah, I skip a lot of steps because I am not a technician. We will get somebody who knows what they're doing instead of me to come show you. So yes, when we bring it, we will share it with you guys.
Just so you guys know, I'm working with Jason when we're making new menus, so those products will be too.
Cool in the game. Well, that's it, man. My time is up. Eat your food, go back to work, do whatever you got to do. Mike, are we doing one of these like right now, or are we coming back in 15 or an hour or what?
I'd say probably 15. If you want to
Okay,
come back
so-
in 15.
Yep, we'll come back in 15 minutes when we'll do another one. Sean, Chris, thanks for hanging out. I hope y'all got something out of it. And if you need anything, give me a buzz. Peace.